sold-out crowd is on its feet here in St. Louis, Missouri. McCool here with Taz at ringside.
I'll tell you, Cole, these WWE fans are so fired up, I'm having a hard time staying in my seat.
I'm with you on that, partner. We've got a great show here tonight for these St. Louis fans, and I can't wait to get started.
There's the reversal, Cole. These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this.
What a reversal!
Man, this match is so good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast partner either.
You know what you should do, girl Panties? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. Then it could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time.
Man, look at these superstars. You can't ask for a better example of what makes SmackDown so great.
You sure can't. SmackDown's got the greatest superstars in the greatest matches for the greatest fans in all of sports entertainment. The pride in the hearts of these competitors might be the only thing that's keeping them going.
And pride's a powerful emotion. If you're just plain run out of gas, there's nothing in the world that can keep you going.
Well, it doesn't look like they're running on empty quite yet, but you never know when that could change.
I think it's only a matter of time before we see a submission.
That would certainly be the smart move to make. Folks, will be staying with this match to the end with no...
Here it comes, look out!
Oh man, many a superstar has fallen prey to that finishing maneuver.
Whoa, what an impact! The announce table just flew apart.
It sure did, partner, and that gives you some idea of the power behind that move.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle a match. Oh man, here it comes!
And that might be the end of the match right there. There's a reason that's called a finishing move. Talk about adding insult to injury. And these fans love it.
Yeah, well, you know what? He better worry more about the injury and less about the insult until this match is over. Man, Cole, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner, but it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got.
Finishing move right here. Look at this. No fear on the face of this superstar.
Yeah, that 50 cents will get you a cup of coffee. Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, Trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring.
Look at this, Cole. Look at this.
Oh my God, there's a reason that's called a finishing move. The match usually doesn't go much longer.
Looks to me as this can go down in the books as an instant classic.
I think just about every match has that potential, Taz. This is the WWE after all. Night after night, the WWE superstars never fail to amaze the fans.
And that's a good thing, Cole. I don't ever want to think about where we'd be if they didn't.
Well, we wouldn't be sitting here calling this match, that's for sure.
Maybe a finishing move right here. Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Well, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out. And look at this, this could be it.
Good night, Irene. Nobody sticks around long after taking a finisher like that. I'll tell you, as long as these superstars have got anything left in the tank, they'll just keep going.
They certainly don't look like they're going to get...
Wow, I'm telling you, I don't think that chair's going to be good for anything after this match. You know, you can show off for the crowd all you want, but all that does is let your opponent rest up.
Actually, Taz, I think it's a great display of confidence on the part of this great superstar.
I'll tell you, anyone who thinks this business is a piece of cake, they should get in the ring with these superstars.
I don't think anyone would last too long against them. These are trained WWE professionals.
You look at any other sport in the world, and you won't find a single athlete that can compare with a WWE superstar.
And there's a reason for that, Taz. There are no off-seasons here in the WWE. If you're a superstar, you're performing every week of the year.
And we're not talking about just swinging a bat or kicking a ball either. WWE is the most physical competition you can be part of, hands down.
Great reversal!
So, Cole, you got any predictions, who you think's going to win this one?
No way. I've seen you embarrass yourself with enough bad guesses that I'm not going to risk doing the same.
This is one hell of a performance by some amazing superstars, Cole.
What did you expect, Dad? Look at this! Could it be?
You're damn right it is, Cole. And that's a heck of a finisher right there. All right, time to see what kind of toys we got under the ring.
A sickening impact from that steel chair.
This is completely off the hook, Cole.
We were expecting a solid match from these superstars, but this is even better than I'd hoped.
That was a textbook reversal.
And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the... Oh no! They just destroyed the announce table!
That was a lot of expensive gear right there, Cole, and I hope some of it still works. You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claim to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole, I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting your body on the line in there. You gotta do whatever it takes to protect yourself and pick up the win.
Kaz, you're talking about two different things. Going outside the rules in the name of self-defense is one thing. But cheating to steal a victory and enhance your own career is something completely different.
You feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. I'll tell you, Cole, this is what the WWE is all about.
You're absolutely right, Taz. The greatest athletes in the world competing on the grandest stage of them all.
I think we might be in for a finisher here, Cole.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and we're going to see that fire go out pronto.
These superstars certainly aren't going easy on each other tonight. They sure are giving the fans their money's worth.
No doubt, Cole. Whoa, you see that? Oh, my God.
This could result in a serious injury if no one stops this. What a counter that was. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think they're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
Man, I don't envy that ref. You know, the last place I'd want to be is between these superstars.
You can say that again. Talk about hazardous to your health.
Seems like things have quieted down a little bit here, Cole.
I think this may just be the calm before the storm, Taz.
You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am. This could be a finishing move right here.
Man, you just can't over on his foot. That was a heck of a match, Cole. I wouldn't mind seeing them mix it up again. Well, there you have it, Cole. Two superstars came into the match, and only one of them still
Here's your
winner.
What a relief it must be to be able to walk back to that locker room after winning a match like this.
Yeah, well, if you lose, you'll have plenty of time to think about what you did wrong.